Now that we have our transformations taken care of, let me look at the output here. We notice that we have another problem here where the feet are in front of this red fence, where they should be back at the same distance plane as the top of the log. Well, this is correct because it's foreground on background. So what we need to do is use something called a garbage mask node to block out part of the background and let the foreground be hidden by this garbage mask. That will make the feet appear to be back behind the red fence. The garbage mask we'll locate here from the pick list, and it's a recent object. I'm going to feed my transform into the garbage mask, my garbage mask out to the front plate. And right now, we don't have a garbage mask in here, we just have the operator. So I've zoomed out a little bit so we can see around the edges of the video, where in the mode to create a polygon, and I'm just going to start clicking. Now, I'm not going to be overly careful with this for this purpose, just because it's important that we pay attention to the process and not spend too much time on accuracy and details. I could zoom in, etc., etc. I'll come outside here. I don't need to get all of this because the character doesn't go over there. I'm being overly cautious as it is. So there we have the foreground overlaid over the background. And of course it's mostly black. Well, that's not exactly what we want. We want to try using something called a cutout, where we cut out the foreground so that it is hiding we cut out the foreground so that it appears to be hidden behind elements of the background, and the feet disappear correctly. Well, remember now that our camera is moving up and down, and we've matched the character to go with it, but this mask hasn't been matched to go with it. So what we're going to need to do is apply the tracker information to this mask as well. In order to do that, I'm going to switch to work on the whole mask itself. And you see that it has a translation area. Same as before, we right-click, we track the position, we find the information from that tracker, and we link it into this object. Now, as the camera bobs up and down, the mask stays correctly oriented so that our character's feet look correct. So that garbage mask has gotten rid of the foreground object and allowed our character to be hidden behind the fence. The next problem that we have is further down the animation where the car is dropping. And the car is dropping down, and I went a little bit too far there. The car is dropping down so that we see the character hidden, if I can get to that. There we go. So the character should be behind the car, and it isn't. So we're going to need to use another garbage mask when we come back that's animated in a slightly different manner.